Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. I unpaused before I started recording by mistake. My bad. This is the Light of the East. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are someone who lives in Ukraine or Poland, I apologize for what I am about to do, because we are going to burn the ever-loving Christ out of these Catholics. It's going to be a good time. This is an excellent way to begin the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video, if I'm going to try and monetize it, by the way. Yeah, so in the game, we're going to loot, burn, pillage, kill, destroy, all that good stuff. It's going to cost a bunch of manpower, which is why I have raised up a bunch of estate manpower, so we're up to 113,000 now, which is above our cap. Ooh, nice, more Turkish culture conversion. The Greeks are seeing the light. Oh, nice Turkish border now. Cool. Our Armenian vassal grew in the last episode, and once they core this province, we will move their capital there, because it's the obvious choice for where their capital ought to be. This place actually should probably get a corporation guild. Maybe I'll get that next, just so we can try and get a local center of production there, and we can switch it from working on raising the quality of the linen to working towards cloth instead. Okay, you guys are 4-5, you are 4-6. We really have a little bit too much cavalry at the moment, I'm feeling. You two pretty balanced, then you've got more cannons. Let's do another quick split balance there. Charges of innovation. I really can't afford to take a 2% missionary strength penalty for almost 20 years, so I will sadly lose the admin points. Speaking of admin points, Dumyats, I would love to call you. Anywhere else we want to call right now? Over here? I don't think so, because it's just these two. They're both quite a way above 50 just now. But we're getting these calls free, so I think I'm not going to call these or these. I think I'm going to try and get them free. That's something I actually want to check, and you know what? I'll check it right now. There's an event which fires called such and such coring. I want to know what causes that to fire exactly and how often it fires, so we'll know how often it will come in here. We will see. I'll just pause the recording and go and check the code. Give me a sec. Welcome back, YouTube. Actually, we didn't find the event because I've decided it's too much effort to find the event. So what I'm going to do is just wait for it to fire next time and then use debug mode to see what it's called. And then I can look into exactly how it works. We're not in a tearing hurry. And yeah, so I'm not going to call this European land just yet, because we're hoping we can get it to automatically core instead. This should definitely be made a state. Right, there's 71 development here, including a lot of urban stuff. Okay, so the burning of Kiev and Poland should be a good time. Let's do it. Kiev, we're not going to full call Poland because we can burn them down just the same. We can't use our conquest, our what do you call it? Reconquest CB for some reason. What, did we ever establish why this was? Why can't I use a Reconquest CB? Even though, you know, Crimea is my subject and clearly has cores on this land. I don't understand that. I don't know. I don't know what is causing that, but I guess we will use Liberate the Faithful instead, which works on, I think, all bordering provinces. It's not vital that we get this land for Crimea in this episode anyway. I'll make Dekria, or Cherton rather. Okay, I can't make it Cherton. So where are these provinces? Oh, they're probably just of course, they're the Sunni ones. I'll make it this one, because it's going to only level 1 fort, so it won't take long. And we're going to declare and charge on in. Good stuff. And looting policy will pop up in a moment. So in terms of before estate levies, we're looking at really not very strong resistance, just kind of 30,000 men. And it's worth remembering, of course, these guys are at 16 tech level, these guys are at 17, we are at 19. We should be able to really, really absolutely annihilate them. How do you see, yes, so this, how do you see the communication efficiency map mode? It's a question from one of the wonderful propagandists of the VPH in the Paradox Grand campaign. You go show utility decisions. You go select special map mode. You go, is that right? No, you don't. You go show utility decisions, and then you go show CE modifiers on trade map. And then you can show utility decisions again to turn them off. And then it will show up on the trade map. You can also just see them in every province because they're this one here. The one with the paper and the pluses. I've never really looked at that icon. We're going to strongly encourage looting. And not only are we going to strongly encourage looting, we're going to get offensive, full offensive military support from the tribals. You're most welcome. And the full... Oh, this one didn't have a garrison. Oh well. Can you walk straight there? Sadly, no. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. That's fine. It's a level 1 fort. It won't take any time to siege anyway. So we've got lots of manpower, but we've got to try and not throw it away. All these cores coming in are going to crank up our manpower as well. It's going to be great. Are we on track to get the next Miltech ahead of time as well? We're actually not. It's unfortunate. We really need to get this this next idea group done. And yes, declaring this war has caused a coalition to begin forming up against us. That's not surprising, nor is it honestly very concerning. If they declare on us, I'm going to raise up just an ungodly quantity of estate levies, and they're going to regret being born. Naples, Shivran, Capital, yeah, whatever. Come at me, honestly. I don't actually want them to declare war on me because we wouldn't really get anything out of the war, but we would annihilate the attackers. We would absolutely annihilate them. Why can't I? I thought I sent you here. I'll just fall back for now. Yeah, I mean, this coalition, it would be a pain to fight. Plus Delirage, plus Hungary. But, yeah, I think it would be fine. So returning to the Crimea does cause a bunch of aggressive expansion. Yeah, this would be problematic. We don't really want Poland back in the coalition. But what about if we take it ourselves with this CB? Oh my god, it's so cheap. Okay, so we can take all of their Sunni provinces extremely cheaply in this war. So we'll probably just do this and then return that one. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. No coalition at all. That's almost certainly what we're going to do in this peace deal. But first, before we get to the messy business of the peace deal, comes the looting. The vast, vast quantities. All of the wars that we've done so far have been about taking land, not all of them literally, but almost all of them have been about taking land, about, you know, ending up with huge admin debt and all this overextension and all that. This one, no, no, no. This one, we're just here for the sweet, sweet ducats. Look at this. We've already only looted these 4 little outlying provinces. We've already got 100 ducats of loot. Oh, baby. The Polish heartland awaits. Krakow, you are going down, baby. Oh, yeah, by the way, did it cancel the building when we took this province? It did. That's sad. Oh, well. We could have waited for the Great Edifice to be built, and probably would have been more optimal to do so, but again, this isn't a campaign where we're playing totally, totally optimally. We're here for a good time, not just for an optimal time. And yes, more coalitions, more coalitions. Worrisome it is not. Almost finished here, and again, we do, in fact, almost have money for the upgrade to the capital. Excellent. Maybe we should consider rebuilding the Theodosian walls. Requires a military engineer. You lose 200 ducats and you gain Theodosian walls. It probably adds urban gravity to have the Theodosian walls. So maybe I should consider doing that. You are a military engineer. It's only 200 ducats. Let's rebuild the Theodosian walls. Why not? Get one legitimacy too. Theodosian walls give fort level, garrison growth, and local defensiveness. Sadly, no urban gravity, but hey, it's cool that we now have a level 7 fort in the capital. Oh well. And actually, yes, I am going to keep the siege ability leader. Not leader, advisor. That's going to help our speed of our sieging and therefore the extent of our attrition. Cool. Heading on into Kiev, obviously their capital. Going to do some nice damage to that. It's got, what are we looking at here? About 200 ducats of local growth, local wealth. Not that much, but enough for me to want it. Most certainly enough for me to want it. We'll probably do a reorganization of the military after this war. Maybe establish a standard template and build from that. We want to be looking at kind of 12 to 14 units per army at the moment, because that's usually an army that when put in a province can do a siege of all of the provinces that have sorry, all the fort levels that exist right now. But also, if you merge 2 together, that can beat all of the enemy armies that exist right now. Pretty much. You can go over here. Okay, so some big Polish stacks showing up in Poland. Shall we try and pivot to go and deal with them? Or shall we just let them siege Poland? By Poland, I mean Serbia. Should we just let them siege Serbia, given that Serbia is already dirt poor and doesn't really have any development to speak of? I think yes. I think I'm going to focus on finishing these sieges, and then I'll go south and deal with them. Although now that these guys have shown up and they're probably going to start sieging this area, that's a bit more problematic. Let's see if our fort placement works. It probably won't because it's on the border of another province, but you shouldn't be able to move to Dobrogea. Oh, they're not even trying to, of course, because this fort's also stopping them. Well, I don't want them to burn down Wallachia, because Wallachia, unlike Serbia, is fairly rich. So I think I'm going to send this 20 stack south. And I suspect this 20 stack, just my guys and some of my vassals, is going to be enough to rampage through and drive away a lot of their armies. But let's make sure we have a general to do that, ideally. Can't just now. Okay, never mind. We'll win a siege soon and free up a general. You should win this on this pick. You know you're going to 42% of the time. Oh, come on. Nearly. Don't know why I say nearly. It's not really nearly, is it? 1,400 now for the City Hall rank 2. No problem. The Ottoman quality is pretty scary. We're doing pretty darn well. We have 17% siege speed. Our discipline's a bit low, of course, because I'm encouraging looting, but army professionalism is way, way up there. Which is obviously lovely. Right, you guys head south. Let's drive these guys out. Excuse me, input lag. There we go. I'm gonna try and grab this lot. Then head east before they do too much damage. You know, like I say, this is level 5. Needs a few more men. Get that siege going. And yes, you can be without the general, and I'll give these guys the sweet, sweet general. Obviously, it's not ideal because he's a siege general, but hey-ho. It's not a big deal. And yes, as long as they only siege my buffer states and not my own core land, it's obviously not the worst thing. They might win this siege, but it looks like they won't. Oh, it was a close one, but we got there in time. And look at this. We have a, oh my god. We have like a 40% tactics advantage. And they rolled a 0 in the first shock phase, you poor bastards. That is painful. Get stack wiped. Oh my gentle Jesus. That's gotta hurt. I love that the Wallachians are so disloyal. They're like, no, I won't help. Not even when you defend my city from being razed to the ground. I will not help. I do not like you. Of course, we will take the... Ooh, well... We've enjoyed the conversion that we've got from this guy, but it's much more sensible for us to take the Turkish heritage, tolerance of heretics guy. Because we're not trying to convert any heretics anyway. So we're going to use the money as he would have, and then we're going to immediately replace this guy with the Tolerance of Heretics guy, and then we're going to promote him. Because now we're saving 15 ducats every month. You just head in there. They're probably going to flee once we get close. It sucks because obviously the conversions were going so quickly under that guy, but it's definitely worth having this guy. He's going to, you know, the conversions are going to go like 20% slower or something, maybe 25%, but it's going to save us an absolute ton of money in the long run. You're walking there. I wouldn't advise it. Might be able to catch them out. Please don't fall, Belgrade. Nice, and we are catching them. Ho, ho, ho. Big mistake, Poland. We are taking 7% attrition. That's pretty bad. I want to make sure we have enough manpower to really burn our way through Poland. I've basically accepted the fact that those 50,000 I took off the greater nobles are... We're going to lose all of those men, and probably more. That's just what we have to pay to have the joyful siege of this whole area. Where did you come from? Vorotunsk. I'm going to send some guys down to deal with him. Should be a stack wipe again. Oh, we rolled so well in the shock phase. Oh, you poor bastards. We are really giving it to these guys, huh? We've just stack wiped all 3 of the major armies in this war against us. All 3! You can stop attaching to this unit. Well, actually, no, keep attaching to it. And just send a bunch of them out to do this siege. Can't believe we stack wiped all 3 of their armies. They have raised up their estate levies, and they still have half as many men as they did at the beginning of the war. That is embarrassing. My goodness me, what a good start. Oh, I was feeling bad technologically because of our lack of Renaissance, but you know, it's important to remember Poland, Castile, Aragon, they don't have Renaissance either. So, it's waiting for our subject now. They're beginning to get some. It's good. Okay, once this one falls, we'll send them back. This isn't important, isn't it? There's not much development here. It's a bit, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Yes, I think the next steps for cash are we're going to build up Constantinople. We're going to really do a push for biggest capital on the biggest city on the continent. By the way, Cairo, you're still the biggest city in MENA, right? Yes. This is the largest city in Middle East and North Africa. How many people live here? 470,000. So this is actually smaller than Constantinople now, right? 330. No. Okay, it's still bigger than Constantinople, but not by a huge amount, honestly. And yeah, it's not getting the institution spread yet, but it's pretty darn urbanized. Good stuff. Practically capped out on the urban expansions. I can't believe we stack wiped them 3 times in a row. Oh, those poor bastards. It's good stuff. Oh yeah, did we ever check whether we made more money when we transferred trade? Oh, we definitely were if we transferred trade in the wrong direction. Let's see. If we transfer trade... Oh, right, because that's going... I mean, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? We only have 57% control on the Aegean. Are you guys still protecting trade? No, you're still protecting trade in Egypt. You guys should definitely be protecting trade in the Aegean these days. Yeah, we need to start trying to burn down Italy so we can get more control on the Aegean, because our income is really suffering from the fact that we're having to collect there. We might want to collect in Egypt is the other thing that I hadn't really considered. There goes Banat. We will come around here. But let's actually... yeah, let's not yet. Let's wait, because we're going to want to come through these guys. You're going to give me military access, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, let's just wait. And here, you guys can take the boats to deal with that lot. That seems prudent. And you know, yeah, we'd like to all stay together. So let's bring these guys round up here. Seems good. We're down about 20,000 manpower so far. So we're probably, I don't know, at this rate, we're not going to have enough manpower to siege all of central Poland. But Poland might be more autonomous and therefore faster to siege. No, Poland is really quite nicely centralized. I mean, not compared to the beautiful Ottoman, but quite centralized. Anywhere else I want a full core? There's nowhere else I really can, right? Yeah. Yeah, we should just start saving the admin points for tech. It's going to be a long time that we're saving them, but still. Good siege there. Where are you going? Where are you going? What you doing? Head in here. What are they trying to build here? A Hussar Horse Archers. Good luck with that. There will be no arrival of the Winged Hussars this day. There will be only death and despair for the Kiev and Polish forces. And all will be well. Right, so getting there on this again. Obviously, the upgrading that general. Oh, he did just raise up just in time to die. That's sad. The upgrading that advisor did cost quite a bit of cash. So we obviously slowed down our progress with that, but that's worth it. There goes Akia's conversion. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Da-da-dum. Okay, another siege 1. Once these guys arrive, it's probably time to head through here. They should grant it. Did they already accept? There they go. I can't quite go straight there. Go Okay, we have to go via here then. I guess you guys can all come here and then I'll move these guys out once it's time. Another Turkish conversion. Great stuff. They are fleeing. Do they see my boats coming? They shouldn't be able to see my the fact that there are units on my boats. It kind of feels like they do. Anyway, we're going to drive them out. Landing directly on them. They get the terrain penalty because life just isn't fair when you're a besieger. You two going in? Yeah. Good. Got them. Did they destroy the local fortification? They did, which means we can siege these down real quick fast. I think you got the European part of modern Turkey to be Turkish. Not quite. The southern part is not. But a lot of it, yeah. You are arriving on the 20th. Okay. Why can't I walk here? Ah, right, because this would then be the entry province. Oh, sorry, the European part of modern-day Turkey should now all be Turkish. Yes, I think you're right. It is. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, so I didn't read the European part of your comment initially. Right, yeah, you guys can just back out. It's tempting. Well, we should probably concentrate our cannons in that siege once we actually have enough of them to get the bonus. Okay, and you guys, the Poles have shown up again, sieging in the south. Let's go remind them why that's a terrible idea, shall we? Go pick them up. Go pick them up. The dissemination of the coffee plant. Coffee's got cheaper. And we've won a siege up there. Great stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 cannon. Should be enough. Oh, but this one isn't over yet, so let's not do that. Choose the blue hordes over. No problem. You two. Let's transport you here. Or actually here, I think is pretty easier. Good stuff. Hello. Some Kievian forces trying to marshal themselves up, get organized again. It's not gonna work. You guys can go to Belgrade. And in fact, you know what? Let's beef you up. Let's give you some of this lot. Not all of them. But just some of them, just so we guarantee stack wipe. On those lot. And you don't need a cannon. So we'll take the cannon. Benign neglect, they can do things on their own. Love that tooltip. I mean, that event name. It's fun. We have looted a measly 800 ducats so far, but we all know Poland is where the cash is at. That's where we're going to really bring the hammer down on them. So Slovakia is, they're still peeved. They've still got 100 years of aggressive expansion to burn down. You know, they're still a little irate about the whole subjugating their people, trampling on their liberties, forcing them to pay extortionate taxes to a foreign overlord, all that, all the usual kind of, you know, whining stuff that they do. But in time they will come to see that peace under me, benevolence and protection from me is worth more than any freedom. Alright, we've got 3,000 here, which is now enough to move in here and get the siege bonus. We need 4. Oh, no, we need 6, actually. So you guys hold back. Lost to liberate the faithful against basically everyone. Okay. Do I want to fight these guys 19 on 15? I think I do. I have 2 tech levels of advantage and a better military. We will definitely pay off the elite troops. Lose 14,000 manpower. It hurts, but at the end of the world. City hall upgrade. Yes, please. More, massively more base urban gravity, and also an upgrade to the modifier of the urban gravity that we get in the province. You know what I should be doing as well? Probably sending these guys up here. Well, it's level 5 as well. So actually, no, we need 6 there. Yeah, the problem is just some of these big forts really... you need a lot of cannons, a lot more cannons than are remotely useful in combat to do the sieges. So they did not run, and I think we are going to stack wipe them once again. Not quite. Some Kievians trying to sneak in behind me as well. Right, so, do you have siege in there? Yes, so just take the cannons, marshal up here, the rest of you. Ah, now we can get into the heartland, right? Because we can go here, 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 here. And then into turnout. Okay, you better keep those cannons then. Meanwhile, you lot can split in two. Head up here. You guys can head here. You guys can head here. Good. And as soon as we're through there, we're going to be into the heartland, looting and burning merrily away. Greater nobles, do you have men for me? No, but they will at some point, which will be good. Just make sure this lot don't do anything dodgy, like get in and loot down my Albanian holdings. We would like silk, please. Where is this? Konya. Nice. Congratulations, Konya. Welcome to the silk producing gang. We're doing really well on that so far, which is excellent news. Yeah, so our income here is better now that we have the ships protecting, but we could definitely still do with more. It's obviously, I mean, I may relent. I may let us take over all of the Adriatic, because it just really sucks to lose so much money from transfers from traders downstream. Maybe we let ourselves have like a vassal hold the Adriatic, or I don't know. It really sucks to lose such a huge quantity of our money. Like, we'd be making an extra 30 ducats a month right now if we had full control of our home node, which is obviously, I don't need to tell you, that's massive. When you transfer from trade in M and T, it's only 50%, isn't it? Yeah. I'm really tempted now. Now I've started thinking about it. I'm really tempted to let us conquer the Adriatic, but it would keep a nice border, but it would definitely, obviously, abrogate the original idea being that we would stick to historical Muslim conquest. Hudavendigar, we would like cloth, please. Well done, Hudavendigar. Building up without a local production center. Wouldn't you have to take Genoa as well? No, because Adriatic is an end node. You'd still lose some money from the Aegean in transfers from traders downstream to Genoa, to the Tyrrhenian. Plus the borders, if we took just the Adriatic and the lower Danube, which we were going to take anyway, will look a lot nicer, I think. And it's more kind of plausibly not just taking everything, but we'll see. Maybe what we do is we just take a few key cities, or maybe we'll find that once we start burning down the Adriatic, we actually we don't suffer so much from the transfers from traders downstream. Because the problem is, it's not just the transfers from traders downstream. It's that lots of these guys have trade power just from like being here. Most of these are transfers from traders downstream, though. Actually, yeah, no, it's mostly transfers from traders downstream. Yeah, maybe we just need to focus on burning down Italy, not lose heart. The other thing we can do is we're allowed subjects here. So maybe we should give a few of these provinces to some of these key provinces to a subject that we're transferring trade from, and then burn down all the rest. And then at least they're not doing too much to us. Oh, so many Egyptian cores coming in, so much more manpower. 800 a month now. Very nice indeed. Have we finally caught the Kievians down here? Yeah, good. Obviously, that's going to be a stack wipe. And they are fleeing from us. See if we can head them off at the pass. Oh, we accidentally fought them here. Just accidentally stack wiping most of Poland's remaining army. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Poor Poland. Really not being given a chance here, are they? This is a level 1 fort, yes. So the one cannon here will be useful. Excuse me. The cannon, thank you. Once they've reinforced up anyway. I mean, before they've reinforced up actually, because they're damaged as it is. You guys can merge back up. Where are you going? Here. I bet you're going to lock there though. Yeah, it really needs to, I mean, maybe it doesn't because it would really slow down the game potentially, having to do all the extra calculations, but yeah, it really needs to recalculate movements more often. Anyway, I'm going to call it a part there. Thank you ever so very much for watching. In the next episode, we will continue to burn down central Poland and loot and burn and pillage, and it's going to be grand. See you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.